Phil, good to see you on the back of a really hard-fought point at Ipswich. What's the mood been like since that one?
Yeah, good. Obviously, long trip back on Saturday, but kind of get the benefit of having an extra day recovery. This end of the week is good for us going into the Bristol game. The lads who didn't play obviously had a really good session yesterday. The lads who played kind of second day recovery, and then everyone's been in together today. The meeting about Bristol and what we feel we did well at the weekend, what we can do better, and what we need to do in this game coming up, and then just some work on the training pitch, bits of organisational stuff, which will be key for tomorrow.
And if you can't win the game, I suppose you'll always want to say don't lose it and be hard to beat, and the fact that you kept 3 successive clean sheets backs that up, doesn't it?
Yeah, the kind of workout possession and the resilience of the team at Ipswich, I think was right up there. It really was. You know, we can always do better on the ball, and we know that. At times we gave it away carelessly. But, you know, in terms of, you know, the structure and everybody doing the job for the team, the subs included, got us a hard-earned point.
And in terms of the bigger picture, you're a third of the way through this championship season now. You're only 3 points off that top 6. It's so congested, but does this feel like a massive opportunity for the club this season?
I think, you know, the division is so tight, isn't it? It's just, I think everybody in every interview is saying the same. There's commentary have kind of pulled away at the top. Sheffield Wednesday, obviously with the points deduction at the bottom, and the rest of the division is very tight, and that's what makes it such a great spectacle, the games, because they're very competitive. No quarter given at all, and everybody can beat anyone on the day. So, it's a great week for us. It started off well. Ipswich, I think, was pleased with physically how we looked coming on the back of the international break, and now we look to build on that tomorrow.
2 home games in succession as well. Obviously, the record's been much improved in the last few weeks and months after a tricky start at home. I mean, how much are you relishing that to get back to where you've been throughout the whole journey at home? Yeah,
I can't wait. That last game against Charlton, the atmosphere was brilliant. And as I said after the game, that's key for us here. There's a reason that this place has been difficult for the opposition to play, and our lads have loved playing here. And we've got to really crank the atmosphere up tomorrow.
And just looking ahead to tomorrow, Bristol City, a good win for them at the weekend, and they're right up there. They're having another strong season as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good season. Last year got in the playoffs and obviously changed the manager. And they've picked up really where they left off. Being a team who've been in the Championship, I've lost count of the number of years they've been in there. I think they got promoted way back when I was Bradford City manager in League One with them, and Steve Cottrell got promoted, and they've been in the Championship ever since. So it's a long time in the division, and as you'd expect, one of the strongest teams.
You look at, you might not have had too much time to analyse them with being away at Ipswich and travelling, but you know, players like Anis Mehmeti, he's been a real threat for them. 3 assists for him at the weekend as well. I mean, they've got a lot of threats in that squad, haven't they?
Yeah, they've got some good players, and but most teams have, and so have we. And I think, you know, you look at Saturday, and you know, Ipswich had some very talented attacking players, and I thought we dealt with them very well. And we're going to have to be right on song as a team, individually and collectively, to deal with those players. But that's great. That's what, you know, we relish that. You know, the players across the pitch relish coming up against players who've been spoken about recently, and the challenges there can come off the pitch and be speaking about our players rather than theirs.
And just in terms of the team news, Kiefer, Libby, how are they doing?
Yeah, they're making good progress. I mean, it's it's a quick turnaround in the game, and we need some more options out there. Ollie Rathbone is done better today on the training pitch as well. We've had Rodriguez and Andy Cannon out, and Danny Ward back involved. Danny only to a lesser degree. But it's been good to get those lads out and in the group as well this week and the back end of last week. And like always, we'll we'll give players every chance to prove the fitness, but the lads who played Saturday did well.
Just on the three you mentioned there, is that a case of just light training? To what extent are they back?
Yeah, Andy's joined in full training, which is brilliant for him. I think it's good for me to mention Andy because he's made a significant contribution for us in his time here. And you go back to the Mansfield injury, and you almost get forgotten. And that was it's been a long journey for him, and it's tough when you're injured. And but listen, it's been great to see him back, and I think a lot of the new lads have been impressed with his quality already on the pitch. And Jay as well, obviously, pre-season, came away with us and had a problem with his foot. And now he seems to be through that. So he's joined in the early part of the sessions, and he's still building up with the fitness guys ready to join in fully next week. And Danny, he's back running out in the fresh air, out of the gym, so he's pleased with that. And he's determined to knock weeks off his recovery time and get back. But I think all three of those have, they're always here at the games, which you'd expect, getting right behind the lads. And even though they've not been playing themselves, they're still making a contribution.
Thank you, Phil.
With regards to Andy Cannon, Phil, he has been an integral part of the success. He's a 3-time promotion winner, isn't he? And he was having a good run in the side when, obviously, unfortunate for him, at Field Mill when the injury happened.
Yeah, no, exactly. Andy's a good player. He's got the power. Over 5-10 yards, he can burst past people, and recover onto people quickly. Which the higher up you go, you need. But yeah, listen, we're going to take our time with him as well. Even though he's back in full training, he comes back into the reckoning on January the 1st because obviously the squad numbers don't count then. But he's making good progress, really good. He looks strong, and it's great for him. And I think it's good for you guys to ask me about those players because sometimes you do get forgotten.
And with the other two as well, they would also come back into the equation on January 1st, Danny and Jay Rodriguez.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So really, they've got, I wouldn't say points to prove because we all know about them. They've established in Championship, certainly Premier League. But they certainly will be looking to stake their claim because that's when the squad gets
No, exactly. We've got that month. I mean, when you think about it, Andy, Jay and Ollie Rathbone, Ollie in particular, Player of the Year last year. Yeah. Has had just a couple of setbacks along the way, hasn't figured yet, and it is going to be when the clock strikes 12 for those two, and obviously Ollie's different because he's in the squad anyway. It's going to be like having some new additions into the squad.
And with regards to a couple of them midfielders, Matty James, obviously coming up against his former club, he played at this division for Leicester as well as Bristol City, but he's I think he's been involved in every single league game this season and not started everyone, but he's shown his worth.
No, definitely, it's been a brilliant signing for us, Matty. I think he was pivotal last year for us in getting promotion, and he's been great this year. He's, he's got a real determination about him to keep playing. He loves playing football, and like people talk in football about leaders and leadership quality, it's tough to find, and he's a real leader.